Hi and welcome to part 2 of fitting a tow bar to a Hyundai Santa Fe. In part 1 I fitted the tow bar, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to wire it up. Now remove the parcel shelf, then if you haven't already, remove the jack and wheel changing tools from the smaller of the compartments. Now to take this out, it's just, actually already undone them, but that screw, there's one just under here, and there's one there. It's a 10mm. And then if you just yank it from the back, it won't come out. This one's already loose. Or you may have some here. So it's the first time we've had this little compartment off. And as you can see, we've only just bought this car and it is full of I think brick dust or sand, like building sand. What else we've got in here? We've got some seed. It's kind of gives you a history of the car, so we'll give that a clean out while we're here. Two more 10mm there. There's one in there. One in there. So once you've got the two storage compartments out, if you don't have to take this out, but say it's a car and I'm just cleaning up underneath, well actually I already have started. We'll take it out and just give it a hoover out and get this side out. So according to the instructions, they suggest, from what it looks like, is you bring it in from the outside, the wiring. Now just looking at some of these connectors which just go to the inside, I've just tried that and it will not fit through the hole under here. You can just see, there it is, that hole. So looking at these connectors that go to the outside, they all look a lot smaller, so I'm going to try it that way. So that worked much better, bringing it in that way. It's there now. I put a little bit of silicone grease on the grommet to get it through and seated. So now I can get it wide underneath. In order to get it so that's a tow bar, and then just up there is a sort of channel where there's already wires running through. Now I've put a piece of twin in there through, which comes out on this side and then runs up there to what is the fog light. So we're going to attach it to that and pull it through. And what I've done is I've just taped up some electric tape all the wires, just hopefully stop them snagging a bit, and see how we get on. So once you've traced the fog light wires under the bumper and tow bar, you're going to want to connect them. It's a simple connection that just splits into the existing harness, as you can see on the diagram. Now depending on your model, depends whether you just need to go into the one on the passenger side or if you need to connect both. On the one I did, I just need to connect it on the passenger side, and the connectors that come from the harness for the right side or the driver's side, you simply just snip the connectors off and tape them up. So you can see that's where I brought the wiring in, just there. So now we're going to undo that that. So the rear side panels are a bit of a pain to take off. There's a Phillips screw just at the back on the lip, and then there's two 10mm in the boot. Then on the back doors you've got to take the kick plate off, and also the seat belt where it mounts to the car at the bottom. Now once you've removed all the fasteners, this is the trickiest bit. The clips that hold it on just underneath the rear window are quite stubborn and take quite a bit of persuading. But basically what you're trying to do is lift it slightly and pull it out. Eventually got that rear panel out, which was an absolute bastard. All basically to trace the grounds which are there down to that lot there, and then you can carry on with what I presume to be this feed, which goes to the fuse box at the front. So we trace that down. I've taken our little kick plate off, and now we've got to start trying to weave our way through there. Okay, so after struggling a lot on the other side, I finally got a system. So you would take off the two 10mm and the little Phillips head there, undo the seat belt from down there, which I've just put up there. It's a 14mm, and then you can just pull these sides out a bit, and on this side remove the rubber. But then it's these bits up here which are an absolute nightmare to get off. And what I actually find best to do is to get like a long, see that, a long flathead screwdriver, and put it up there and actually push against this bit and push down on that and try and pull it out at the same time, and start at the back, and that got it loose, and then that just kind of wiggled free after that. As you see, because if you look how the tabs go in, they go like that, so you're trying to get it unhooked from this top bit, and it's the same on this side. But yeah, that was tricky. So at the moment it's pretty bare. Now in the instructions it suggests you've got to find the blue reversing light, which is this one up here. Well, there's two. I hope there's only two, because they go up and into there, because the reverse light's actually in the tailgate, so I'm presuming there's one for each side. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Now, as you see, they say strip the wire, don't cut it, and then solder that in. But instead of doing that, I'm going to use, hopefully, if we find it, I'm going to use one of them, which allows me just to put the end in and then crimp into it. So we'll see how that goes on. There we go, we got that on. Tuck it up a bit more. So that's that done. So the next thing to do is attach whatever M is. Let's have a look. Still tell you what it is over there. But anyway, so we'll attach that. I imagine it's so it's just with some double-sided tape, and it's just putting it under there, and it connects. So I've actually put it, look, on that panel there. I connected the wires in, and if you look just there, there's a hole, so I've just put a cable tie just to hold it in place. And I've put another cable tie, you can see that, just there to hold that up a bit. And another one, I've attached the cable tie down there onto the existing wiring harness, just to keep it all in place. Okay, so this is a scary bit. You've got to cut into this wire here. I can see it better there. This one. Solder in these two. What do you say here? The white and black goes in on that side, so straight to this control here. What's it called? Well, CM's a make model BWS unit assembly, and then that one goes to that. Okay, so soldered that in, taped it, not the best of jobs, but it's fine. And then we just put some cable ties down, need to cut the ends off of there, down there, and we're going to route it, we're going to hoover all this out. So this is quite straightforward bit, same on the other side, I've actually already done it. You disconnect this existing wiring, like that, and then you can only put it back in one way. This is a new wiring harness, and that connects into, not easy trying to do this, but here we go, so there we go, and then that's that. So they're quite straightforward bits. Now you need to trace the wire up to the fuse box at the front of the car, and to do that you need to remove the bonnet release, which is just a simple sort of pinch clip, which you can see from the picture, and then you just pull it out, and then you can get the trim off and bring the wire up to the fuse box. Okay, I had forgot to video this bit, but this bit is separate, and this is a bare wire at this end, and then this supply connector to connect them together. I've just put some tape around it as well, just so it definitely not come undone. And this is a wire that comes into the fuse box at the front, and now we just need to put it onto. Please do not mount the fuse tap and its wiring output in the other direction. Right, well there you go. So it is, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll work out that and we'll show you when it's done. Okay, so we'll put them fuses in. You have to push them really hard to get them in. So the 15, which is the original one, goes nearest, and then the 10, if you have the focus, 10, which is the one they supplied, goes in like that. So we'll put that in. Although, again, this could be tricky trying to do it. Alright, we're going to have to stop. So it's a little bit of a tight fit. You can see that down there against the sound deadening, but that's what it is. So that should be good. So we can pop that back on. There we go. So that's all the wiring done inside the car. Now you need to bring through the last group of wires from under the bumper through to the tow ball plate, which you can see in the diagram. Then bring the wires through the rubber weather grommet, connect the wires to the rear of the socket. If you have rear parking sensors, you will also need to connect the extra wires which you can see in the diagram. These are activated when you plug into the tow bar socket. Once all the connections are made, you need to bolt all the socket components together, including the socket cover to the mounting plate. And that's it, you're done. That's all the wiring done. Now you just need to get all the trim back on, which is just the reverse of how you took it off, and that's it.